Hey there. So we are at the Lanier residence, the Lanier Chapel here at the Lanier Theological Library over there. And I want to show you the inside of this chapel because it is just fantastic. So this is built in the model of a Byzantine church. So it's in the cross. So let's come inside and take a look. Oh. All right. Let's take a look. All right. So here we are. Hey, Bree. All right. So you can see it's laid out in the shape of a cross. So we've got the main beam of the cross going this way, and then the wings provide the arms of the cross. So this was built as an exact replica of a Byzantine church from I think about 500 A.D. And what I learned, this is so cool, was being that the population was almost completely illiterate. They couldn't read. There was things built into the structure of the church to help people remember key theological concepts and stories because they couldn't read it. So obviously we have the layout of the church in the shape of a cross. The head, Jesus' head would be there. Right in the middle, in the dome, would be right over Jesus' heart. Now, if we look on the ceilings here, we've got beautiful painted ceilings with stories from the whole Bible. Starting over here, we've got creation, the animals, the fall of man. As we come up over to the other side, we've got the ark and the great flood. And you'll notice, like in this one with the men and the women there, Abraham and Sarah serving the angels, you've got this gold thing, and that symbolizes God. And then the panel next to it, we've got a star, and the star symbolizes Jesus. So you'll see that in a lot of these paintings. So that's why you would have these fresco ceilings, not just for decoration, but so that people could remember the stories. They look up, remember the stories that they were taught about here in the church. So, we continue on, this keeps on going all the way through the full Bible, mostly the Old Testament here. And then when we get into this part of the chapel, these ones, the wings here, we get into the New Testament. And all the stories of in the Gospels and the teachings of Jesus. See the baptism of Jesus over there. And then if we look straight up, you can see the apostles here, the Gospels. So we've got Matthew, Mark, Luke, and then John over there. So we've got Greek and Hebrew language, and all the other imagery. And then if we look straight ahead here, so the windows face east. There's a verse in the Bible that talks about the thunder coming kind of from the west, and then Jesus coming back from the east. Although it's not really what it says, it's not really what it means. It just means it's going to be in a direction. It's going to be kind of a surprise. But a lot of the early churches, were built facing east, looking forward, expecting the return of Jesus. And we've got 3 windows for the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. So, in here, one more quick thing I'll share with you is obviously that's Jesus, and I never knew this before, but he is wearing 2 colors to his robes. Right, his robes are 2 colors: the red to symbolize blood or humanity, and the blue as a symbol of the heavens for God. And around him, you've got this halo, which you've probably seen countless times. Again, if we look up here around Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, and the other saints, they all have kind of a faint halo to kind of illustrate their importance in the foundation of Christianity. But Jesus has this special one with 3 symbols around it. And since nobody could really, you didn't want to make an image of God, you didn't want to make an idol that people would worship or make anything physical in the image of God, they didn't want to paint God. So you got Jesus because he was God in the form of a man. But the symbols around Jesus that symbolizes God behind him. So that's the only image of God that they would give to signify that special halo around Jesus' head. So anyway, again, a full replica of a Byzantine church. It's just it's very cool being in here. We're gonna be in here for a wedding later today. So hope you enjoyed that.